Officials from the police and the Department of Labour and Home Affairs got the shock of their lives when they passed on a construction company that is busy with the building of a mall at Crown Mines in the south of Johannesburg. They've been on a week-long multi-stakeholder raid focusing on the construction sector in Gauteng. Non-compliance with labour and employment regulations were uncovered, with a number of workers taken into custody.
When we arrived here, we found non-compliance in terms of Occupational Health and Safety Act because there's no risk assessment that we found. Above all, also that there are a number of people, more than 50 employees that were taken over by the Department of into custody by the Department of Home Affairs to verify their documentation so that they can check if they are in the country legally and if they indeed have a work permit, because that is also a contravention of the Employment Services Act.
The officials were taken from pillar to post where they picked up a language barrier as they demanded documents and accountability from those found on site, worried about the safety and well-being of the workers.
We found people sleeping in very appalling conditions, and the worst thing is that even the machinery that they are using is written only in Mandarin languages. So we do not have a translation of English to check in terms of the data sheet of safety. So as a result of that, we are then prohibiting the place from continuing operations and make sure that the security officers that are here would also have the copy of the prohibition and will monitor that such a prohibition is adhered to.
Those arrested will be detained at the Langlaagte Police Station with the verification process of their status in the country underway as the authorities pursue the directors of the company.
There is one gentleman that is an employee here that is unconscious. They don't even have a trained first aider to assist. We do not even know if they do have a first aid box. But what also comes to our mind is that how do they bring people to a construction site without having checked if they are fit for that purpose?
A stern warning to those operating in the construction sector of projects that will be halted if found on the wrong side of the law. The Labour Department also raising concerns about companies not paying the minimum wage, employees working excessive hours, and businesses not registered with the Unemployment Insurance Fund. The Gauteng Chief Inspector vowing to ensure that everyone that has rendered services at this flagged construction company is paid for their service in terms of the law, and that a person is not deported without being paid what belongs to them. It says the prohibition order will remain in place with the project halted until the company works with the department on the adherence of the country's labour laws. SABC News in the south of Johannesburg.